What's going on, everybody? Oxidize here, your favorite tank top toting snake wrangler, back with you with a little bit more Albion content here. This video is going to be talking about the new update that just released, Queen patch number 13, and I'm going to cut out all the boring parts, which this is not a very big patch, but I'm going to tell you how this involves new players, and this is a pretty big patch for new players, relatively. Anyway, so let's get over it real quick. First and foremost is the arena. The arena is something that you can do as a relatively new player, so I'm gonna brush over it. And if you don't know how to get to the arena, I'm gonna just jump right into that really quickly. But overall, just know this: in the arena improvements, they're doubling the fame you get when you win, from 20,000 fame to 40,000 fame per person. Pretty big. It's also incentivizing the healing rolls. You get an extra adept tome of insight, which is worth another 10,000 fame alongside with it. Okay, that's it. On the arena improvements, that's it. Let's go to Albion Online real quick and let me show you how to get into that, and then go from there. Okay, so when you're Albion Online, if you're you can be anywhere in the world for this, but you come over here, you press arena, you go to solo queue, or if you have you and a couple of friends, you can do a group queue, and then you queue up for either healer or fighter, or even both, depending on what you have in your inventory. You can switch out your gear. And in the arena, when you win, you get the fame, and you also get these daily rewards, up to three daily rewards. You can still keep playing, but you won't get any of these anymore. And but you can see, as a healer, you do get that bonus tome of insight. All right. Something you should know as a newer player as well is when you do the arenas, you will not lose any of your items. If you lose, it's completely safe. You're not gonna lose any of your items. So feel free to try it when you get enough item power to do so, which is like 700 or so. And then moving on into the next part of the update here, more solo randomized dungeons and safe zones. So right here it says the entrances of these dungeons in blue and yellow zones will now disappear a short time after the last player enters. What that means is pretty much exactly what it says. So what does that mean to you as a new player? So when you're doing some fame farming, or you're in a tier 5 yellow zone dungeon, or just a tier 5 yellow zone looking for solo dungeons, you go into one. A few moments later, I don't know, does it give you a time? It does not really give us a time, but a few moments later, it's going to despawn the entrance. So you're gonna be protected from a few things: other players coming in and stealing your loot and stealing that final boss that you worked your butt off for. Okay, it's also kind of weird, because if you're more of an intermediate player, you could faction up, which if you faction up somewhere, you have a high chance of losing your equipment, because people could actually come and kill you. You're technically full loot PvP at that point. But if you're factioned up, you can go to these yellow zone dungeons and be pretty safe while you're in them, just grinding the faction reputation. So there's that as well. Also, what this means is, if you're like, you're sitting down, you're just trying to knock out these yellow zone dungeons, you'll have a better chance of finding more. Okay, because it even says right here, this will increase the overall number of fresh dungeons in these zones, giving newer players greater access to the full dungeon experience, while still allowing players to run solo dungeons together, etc., etc. So you're able to get to dungeon a lot quicker. You're not just going to be scouring the map for ages waiting to get into a new dungeon, basically. And for the new players, I'm gonna stop there. There are some Zerg changes and more. I'm not gonna go over these because I don't really know much about Zerging and guild content. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to bring that to y'all, but right now we're gonna stop there. And that's gonna be it, guys. I do stream on Twitch Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Albion, we're doing a lot of group content. Having a good time over there. Also, like it, subscribe to it, and you know what, if you're a new player, you have any questions, comment down below. If you're an intermediate player, someone who's been here a while, and you have something to add to this, I would love to hear what you have to say. All right, guys, and with that being said, I'm out of here.